Hello, guys. How are you, beautiful people, doing on this evening? Listen, I'm not going to hold you long. I just wanted to jump on here and have a conversation in regards to the challenge that I rolled out on Monday, the 21-day accountability challenge of no more excuses. Listen, no more excuses, everybody. We can't keep making excuses for our actions and for the things we say and that we do that are offensive, that may hurt people. Of course, you don't know someone's offended until you're aware of the offense that you've done, or if they make you aware, or if you know you felt in your gut that you did not do something right. It's okay to go and apologize. It's okay to have the conversation. It's okay to go back and repent. Not only that, but we can't keep making excuses for why we are where we are. Listen, we have got to take some accountability somewhere. You know, a lot of people are quick to blame their environment, quick to blame their family, quick to blame how they were raised and all that kind of stuff. There's people that came from horrible backgrounds and come from horrible situations, and they're thriving in their lives because they did not allow who they are and where they come from and all of that to stop them, but they put forth that energy and making sure that they did what is necessary to progress in their lives. And that's why I'm doing this challenge. Listen, I was having a conversation actually earlier with my brother talking about it, and for some reason, when we take on tasks that God lays on our hearts, sometimes we don't realize the full totality of the task that we accept. And when I decided to do this 21-day accountability challenge, I didn't really, fully understand what involved. But I'm learning every day, and we're only 3 days in. So for those who are not a part of it, you still have time. Come be a part of the fun. Because I want all of us to thrive in whatever area of our lives. I want us all to achieve our goals. I want us to walk on our purpose. Listen, if we spend as much time as we go in watching YouTube videos, go and gossiping and going to do other things that don't bring nothing back into our vessels and that does not bring, I don't want to say profit, but bring access and bring what's the word I'm looking for, that's not of gain for us or that brings us something better than where we are before we started. Listen, why are we doing it? We spend too much time worrying about things that we cannot change and other stuff that doesn't concern us. We spend a lot of time on Shade Room. We spend a lot of time worrying about other people's business. If we put that same amount of energy that we put into worrying about other things that does not concern us, and apply that energy to whatever goal or dream or passion that we have, man, look, a lot of us will be further along than where we are today. I've learned in this journey called life that I can't allow anything to stop me from accomplishing those things that I want to do. So today, I'm doing a check-in. For those who already have become a part of the challenge, thank you for partnering with me. And I just want to help y'all, help me, and we encourage each other along the way. And for those who are not on the challenge yet, you still have time. We're only 3 days in. Go ahead and jump on in. And like I said, you can post, what you're doing to show us your accountability joining it. Make sure you use the hashtag no more excuses. And any posts that you put up, any videos that you share, whatever the case is, use that hashtag no more excuses. Not only that, but guess what? There's a free guide for you. There's a free worksheet that I put together so that way we can write out what it is our goals are, how we're making progress, and what did we accomplish at the end of each week. Sometimes it's easier to see it written down and to be able to achieve it, then we just keeping it in our minds like, oh, well, I'm going to do this week. I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to do all of this. And guess what? We don't get to it because something else gets in our brain channel and we forget all about it. Now we know we're at the end of the week and we never accomplished anything that we scheduled out to do. I can attest to that. I have done it. I have been that person. So yes, writing it down. There's a free worksheet that you can go download. All you got to do is go over to my website, which is www.maishaprice.com. Go to 21 days. You'll be able to download the worksheet for you to use. Listen, and even after it's over, it's a free download. You can keep making copies of it and keep reusing it and keep doing it in your life to hold yourself accountable for your goals and where you want to go. So for those who are on here, if you've decided to join the challenge, hey, say it's me, put a hands up or something to let me know that you came apart and you joined the challenge. I'm glad to see that you're a part of it. I appreciate it. But I wanted to check in on you because not only that, but to tell you my progress. Monday, I got a phone call. Well, not really a phone call. Checked my bank account and saw that there was a charge that came out of there. That came out of 2 different accounts. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what in the world is going on here? I told y'all I'll be transparent with you. And learning how to be vulnerable to share testimony, because I realized that our testimony, we overcome by the word of our testimony. So I'm sharing it with you to encourage you that this doesn't, I'm not just telling you something that we're just throwing out there just to say, oh, we're going to do this challenge. No, I'm telling you because I want better for my life and I want better for yours as well. And I checked my bank account and saw there were some charges. I was like, hold up. I ain't give no bank, no state of New Jersey, no access to my bank account. Now, what the devil going on here? And I've been trying to reach the agent to find out what it was about. Contacted my attorney to see what's going on here and how to address this matter. But I realized there was some back taxes that I forgot about that needed to be addressed. And that's one of the things I'm taking accountability for this week. Yes, it got past me. I forgot all about it. And now I have to address the matter at hand. But I'm here to tell you that I'm not going to allow that to hang over my head. I'm not going to allow that to stop me from doing what's necessary. But I also am fully aware that with every challenge that comes, I'm looking at the bigger picture moving forward because I know there's greater beyond this. And there's a reason why these things come up, because we need to learn how to address them and deal with the things that we swept under the rug. Dealing with the things that we don't want to address. A lot of times we ignore phone calls. We ignore mail. We ignore a lot of stuff because we think as if it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and I don't have to address it. I don't have to deal with it. But that's not true. It doesn't go anywhere. So you can ignore it today, but trust and believe it's going to come back around eventually. So I'm taking accountability for my actions or where I dropped the ball. But what are you taking accountability today for your actions? For what you have dropped the ball in? I know we're only 3 days in this. But I want us to be the better for it. And like I said, taking that worksheet and writing down your goals. So for me, my goal this week is to deal with that matter and wonder why and what I got to do to fix it. But that's what I'm taking accountability for. So the actions that I've taken is to contact the necessary people to do what's necessary to get it fixed and rectified. I'm blessed and thankful that I have the means to take care of the matter. But it's something that because I forgot about it and neglected to deal with it when I guess when it came up, it's back around again. So here we are. But I choose to be accountable for that. As well as I know for me, one of the other things that I'm being intentional about in my life is that I know my words can be harsh. I know sometimes my tone can be a little abrasive. Yes, I said it. So for all y'all who know me, know that, listen, it is no offense. I'm just very blunt with what I say and how I say it. And definitely if I'm in business mode, it's very clean cut straight across the board. But I'm learning to be more conscious of how I respond. I'm learning to think before responding so that way I can articulate what I need to say, but say it with a measure of grace. Yes, a measure of grace. So that's something else that I put on my goal list this week, to be conscious of how I speak in what I say, because I don't want to come across to other people that I mean. I don't want to come across as not approachable. Now, don't expect that to change overnight. I'm just being intentional about it. And I'm being honest. Every day you ain't going to get sunshines and flowers from me. You ain't going to get a smile and kumbaya every day. I'm working on it. It's a process. It's definitely a very much so process that we have to go through. But I'm being intentional about making that adjustment to myself, because I don't want that. And even as I prepare myself, again, for those who don't know, I've recently gone through a divorce, and yes, that process is still something that I'm dealing with now. But the things that I've taken accountability in for, whatever part I played in that, but I also realized that wasn't, the breakdown of it wasn't my fault. But I can take accountability for the part that I could have made adjustments in. But moving forward in this life, I'm also making the necessary adjustments for how I want to approach moving forward, because I'm not going to say I'm never going to get married again. That'd be me lying to myself. Of course, I did say it before, and I was like, I ain't never getting married no more. I'm single to the end. Me and Jimmy to the end. Yes, Jimmy's my dog. Me and Jimmy to the end. But guess what? I said I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to shut myself off to love. I'm not going to do that at all. But what I am going to do is be very intentional about what I allow in my space, who I allow in my space, and the amount of energy I give stuff. And when stuff is just not, if me and that person is not on the same batting field and on the same playing field, and we don't have the same goals and agendas and aspirations in life, then we don't even get to go down the road. Sometimes we get into relationships with people just based off the hinges of, oh, well, it's potential. It might work. I'll give it a try. No. We in this big old age don't need to be trying stuff. But we need to be intentional about what it is we want in life. And if you don't know what you want in life, that's okay. But I'm going to need you to find out what you want in life. Because if you don't know what you want, somebody can come to you and tell you what you want in life, and that might not be what you want. And then you'll wind up finding yourself in a relationship, having kids, going on down the line, and then living in a sense of regret and being angry at people that for something that you agreed to go into when that's not really what you wanted. So I'm being accountable for how I move forward in life. So those are 3 things I've told you that I'm being accountable for literally in this week. Because I've had the conversations. I'm terrified of dating at this point. Literally terrified of dating. But I'm also learning that I have to deal with some trust issues. But that's why I'm going to therapy. That's why I'm always in therapy. Therapy is something I just started. I've been doing it for a long time. But with every challenge and every unveiling of different things in my life, I realize there's something else that needs to be addressed. So in doing that, I make it my business to be present and being very conscious of what I allow in my space and how I move forward, and healing properly. That is so important, guys. Healing properly. So I'm taking accountability for those things. Do these check-ins on Wednesday. Listen, I challenge you to join in on it. Don't be afraid. Because I want to see you guys be prosperous and be great in what it is that you're trying to accomplish in life. We're not getting any younger, and time is going fast. And listen, as the Bible says, we're in these last and evil days. So whatever it is you want to do and you want to accomplish, there's no other better time to do it than the present time. And I want to see us do that. I want to see us get there. But it's up to us whether we're going to take accountability for it. So if you haven't already done so, join in on the challenge. Go download the worksheet. Like I told you, you can get it off of my website. You can get it, it's in my bios and stuff like that. But you can go to visit my website, www.myeshaprice, that's MYESHAPRICE.com. Go to the tab that says 21 days. There you will find the link to download the worksheet, the goal worksheet, so that way you can log your journey, your goals, your process, and what you have accomplished. So that way you can see it. The Bible clearly tells us to write the vision, make it plain, so that when men may see it and run with it. So let's write it down, let's see it, and let's run with it. I hope you guys have a great evening. Continue to push forward in those goals. And remember, whatever you do, never forget to be you, love you, and see you. And remember, we're here for one another. Okay, guys? I love y'all. I appreciate you. And let's go get this thing.